Hey guys, so we're back with Kinzo, the Dragon Ball horror, the others. This is episode 16, The Lost Boys. The thumbnail was Tien and Chaozu, which means they might be confronting their own counterparts. I really love the series, mainly because it's like this. The last video of it showed that these creatures are coming like from the dead zone, you know, like Garlic Jr. So it might be Garlic Jr. behind everything. But some of them, while they tried swapping bodies and kind of taking over that person's life and causing havoc, you had like the Broly versions, which they just wanted to live their lives. We saw like Broly, like old Broly, Bio Broly, and Kale. And they just wanted to live their lives. They didn't want to take over anyone's body. They didn't want to cause harm. They were just kind of chilling with Broly in his house. Showing that not all of them are evil and, you know, wanting to cause havoc. But yeah, so this is The Others, episode 16, The Lost Boys. Let me turn it down a little bit.
Nani? しまった。行きます。
まあいい。
How sweet. Just a father and son spending time together.
Nanno?
Clean!
Piccolo? 大丈夫か？ベジータか。そうか。は？あ。よし。
There he is. There's that fucking role model in Chaozu. No one cares about Chaozu. But Tien, he's a fucking role model.
天津飯ピッコロ悟空チャオス
行くよ。
行くぞ17号何バカな
Wait, so I can get the thing with like with Mr. Satan and Fu being kind of overpowered by his his evil side, which can't happen in the original. I get that, but are they trying to imply that like 17 somehow died or is taken over or whatever? Because we saw the dude from like uh Dragon Ball Superhero, which means this is pretty far into the story. So the same 17 who competed and won the Tournament of Power was somehow defeated or overpowered by things that someone like Piccolo or someone else could take care of. Really?
ん
ヤムちゃん。
ふふんよう悟空
なあ。
うん
ヤムチャさん。
はよかった。
Alex, can't you they're beginning to prune? Just let me go out a little longer. Just 10 more minutes. Thanks.
Which would make sense because well, no, because you have people like Frieza and other creatures like that go to Otherworld. So, but the Deadites apparently when they die, they don't go to Otherworld. They just die. It's kind of like being Hakkai'd. They just disappear. Body, spirit, everything's gone. Which is kind of interesting because technically they're living beings just like everything else. Whether, like demons. Well, demons don't act. No, well, they have their own separate realm, so it's really, you know, but the fact that well, I suppose it's because they're from the dead zone. Like all the other creatures, like Frieza and all them, they live in the universe. They're not from alternate dimensions. They're not from different realms of planes of existence. They're from that universe, and Otherworld is for the beings of that universe. So I guess it makes sense that Deadites they're from the dead zone, which it's not in that universe. It's like a separate plane connected to that universe, but it's not. It's like the demon world. It has its own rules and regulations, and but since it's connected to that universe, they should go there, but they don't. I don't think really even Dragon Ball has really explained with like heaven and hell and all that, and how other realms that are connected to that universe. It's like what Demon World? Demon World's connected to that universe. Do they go to the other world when they die? Well, we know they do because we saw Deborah there. We saw Deborah in, remember he was hanging out with Chi Chi and Videl, and he is trying to go good. So yeah, demons do die. Deborah was the king of the demon world, so we know for a fact that demons go to the to Otherworld. So Apparently, for whatever reason, Deadites don't go there. So there's something different with the dead zone that separates it to where once they die, they just die.
None of them are from the island. It's just a big bother.
Well, they're bringing him.
No, I just want to know one simple thing. When do I get to become an
いいぞやってやる
Also, just to note, if you saw, yeah, Vegeta has the earring from, with training with Beerus for the Ultra Ego. So yeah, this takes place in that era. How the hell was 17 dealt with? The dude is super powerful. Again, he competed in the tournament power and essentially won. Of course, he didn't. Most powerful was Jiren, and they needed like 4 or 5 people to take him down, and ultimately it was Goku and Frieza that took him down. But still, he was extremely powerful. These things are strong, but they shouldn't be as strong enough to overpower 17. So, I mean, maybe it's just kind of like a, misdirection. Maybe he is alive, and maybe the blood we saw wasn't actually his.
Never. You're not born here. You're not an island. Maybe that's it.
あやばうわぐわへやマジかよ
Okay, that's cute. Nothing scares Goku more than Chi-Chi. He's fought galactic beings, he's fought gods. I mean, he fought the god of destruction himself, and yet nothing frightens this man more than his own wife. I love how it's like a running gag in the show, and pretty much like this as well. That the only person Goku fears more than anyone else is his wife.
Us? え何 Goku! ちほいうわくそ父さん大丈夫ですかああはっビデルさん大丈夫ですか何
ごはんくん、
うーん
ありがとう。
やれやれ。さて。おい。何？うお。ちくしょう。
All right, so the Lost Boys. So yeah, we've got Goten and Trunks going to do what they do best, causing problems. Um, Two boys who confuse, but they don't really train that much, so they're not nearly as strong as they should be. Um, Again, I just find it weird that we see that somehow like this. Again, it's implying that they managed to get 17, but I think it might just be a misdirection. It's probably someone else's blood on that. Um, he could have been fighting, could have just dropped out. But it makes sense, like I said, like with Mr. Satan and all that. And this is, I mean, that's absolutely terrifying. If something like that can overcome Boo, but then again, it's exactly how it happened originally. This was the Boo who absorbed him and became Super Boo. So it's really not surprising. But, you know, I also think it's funny that the Deadites killed Yamcha because he looked like Gohan. Um, it's like all this other stuff. It's like I feel like now that there's no real protection here, and it's just Master Roshi, they're gonna come back to find like Master Roshi or Pan or someone dead. But it's I love original series, and again, I've said before the fact that it takes horror aspects and puts it to something like Dragon Ball Z, where you have these fucking horrendous looking creatures walking around like Cell. I mean, imagine what he would look like in real life, how fucking grotesque he would be. So taking aspects like that and adding them into here while also giving kind of not backstory, but like expanding your own canon on certain things that haven't really been explained, like the Dead Zone. So for us, we don't really know much about the Dead Zone. We know with Garlic Jr., but then it's like, oh yeah, let's make this, and it's going to be about the Dead Zone, and we're going to have creatures there called like Deadites, and I mean, because again, Akira Toriyama hasn't been very good with explaining things. We just went to the Demon World, Demon Realm in Daima. We finally got to see the Demon Realm after what, almost 35 years. So the fact that it took us that long to get to a point where we could see the Demon Realm for what it was, um, But I love this kind of thing. I really do. It's not doesn't shy away from killing off some of the characters you know and love. It goes for that whole freak out factor, like in the beginning with this. Just the grotesque and abnormally weird, but I like it. Anyway, that's gonna do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.